learn, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay,
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 55.
Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield.
First down.
Now Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Gain of 15.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield looks to throw. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 20.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Lets it go for Nelson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. J.J. Nelson, 74 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, good return up past the 30, past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Love now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was Sheldrick Redwine with good coverage that time as he was there to knock it away.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Love from the gun. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play for the Bucs there on 3rd down. 51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. A quick toss out right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That's how you draw off the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Beckham on the return. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Landry.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. From the 31, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
And it's third down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Open man here is Foster. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns are back within a score. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now a second down throw for Love here. Flush to his right. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Third and long for Love. He's got room to run past the 20. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Love. Setting up the screen for Cook. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Cook, a first down and more. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The kickoff for Tampa Bay.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Now Hunt on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 45 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. To throw now, here's Love, rolling to his right. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
On second down now, it's Cook. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First, second, and 1 is often an invitation. Take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55.
At the 34-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run the option right here on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the Browns' 34-yard line.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over first and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And an incomplete pass.
The keeper.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Second and 10 at the 20.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On third down, Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
A first and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half.
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns are back within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And this carries into the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah,
and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 20.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams ready after the halftime spectacle. And we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun. Love lets it go for Nelson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
He was brought down by Shaq.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to...
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And they'll get this down to the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he stopped immediately there.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30. 10, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. Mayfield on 1st down. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now this one complete to Robert Foster. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns get a score closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there to drop in for a loss on the play. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And 7.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. From the gun, Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mayfield now. Left side, it's Beckham. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Play fake. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Browns 39.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Love looking to throw it. And Brate, the tight end's got it. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down, here's an option right, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Give to Cook out of the gun. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On third down, Love. It's caught, Nelson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
8-yard line.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Flushed out right. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
21 more yards.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Buccaneers, first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Maurer on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, first and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. A Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now left side on the swing pass. And he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Mayfield to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Brown.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first down again.
The 27-yard line. A gain of 6.
A run for Nick Chubb. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
The tackle made.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
That's out to Chubb, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And it is good, and his guys have taken the lead in the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl.
36, Buccaneers 45. Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
See if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. That one complete to Hill. And how about this? The dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in